Trump has launched a fresh wave of aggression against Venezuela, branding Nicolás Maduro's alleged Cartel de los Soles a terrorist organization. Caracas says this isn't counter-narcotics, it's political punishment. Another desperate attempt by Washington to crush a sovereign nation that refuses to bow to US pressure. Maduro's government is calling out the hypocrisy. The terrorist label isn't a legal ruling, it's a weapon, a Washington trick designed to justify sanctions, asset seizures, and possible military action. Caracas says Trump is using American law not for security, but for regime change theatrics dressed up as counter-terrorism. And as the ink dries on the terror designation, the US Navy moves into attack posture. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, is now stationed near Venezuelan waters. Live fire drills and F-35 patrols, a show of force that Caracas calls intimidation with no legal basis. In a blistering response, Maduro's government has fired back, calling Trump's accusations fabricated, politically motivated, and rooted in Washington's obsession with toppling governments that won't kneel. Caracas says Venezuela is being targeted not for crime, but for independence. The region is on edge. Latin American governments and human rights groups warn that sanctions and military pressure will worsen Venezuela's humanitarian crisis. Experts say Trump's strategy risks destabilizing the entire Caribbean, all while Washington claims it is simply fighting narco-terrorism. Tonight, the world watches a familiar fault line, a superpower turning counter-terrorism language into a geopolitical weapon, and a nation refusing to surrender its sovereignty. Washington insists this is pressure. Caracas says this is provocation. One trigger, and this standoff could turn global.